Drop loads, they're always suppressed. People say haters gonna hate. I'm just like, bitch, I operate.
We might be crazy, we might be drunk. We're sipping on whiskey, and now here we come. And we're riding dirty. This might be fate. 3 words for your fate. Bitch, I operate. Bitch, I operate. Bitch, I operate.
Hey folks, Olight here. Coming at you with another charger today. And this is, I believe it was, the name changed. Because I kind of got this early. I think it was like the U1 or something, but now it is the UMC, Universal Magnetic Charger. And it's made by Olight. You can see that. Now, cool little charger. I'm going to get into it here. But basically features, you've got your USB-N. Right here is actually this little clear section right where it attaches. There's a little indicator light, red-green light. Basically, you know, charging and charge. Then you've got these 2 ends here, kind of look like earbuds. And they're magnetic. Okay? And these basically attach the sides of the battery, which I'll get into that in a sec, but very simple, very simple. Nothing too extreme about it. I'm sure if you've got some kind of sense in this world, you will figure it out. So I have been using this thing because I got this. There was a promotional when they first came out, and I think you got it for $1, and then you had to pay shipping. It was like, I can't remember. It was under $10 when I got it. But they were pretty much like, I think, trying to get these things out to test and see how they work. So I bought it then, and I've been using it ever since. Now, I've done other reviews before, and this is my primary bug out bag energy pouch, which I do have the Nicor F1, and I have that in there for a different purpose, which I'll get into another video. But going over different battery chargers and stuff, when I saw this, I saw how unique it was, how small the profile it was. I mean, I carried this thing out in my pocket and kind of forgot it was in there because I just finished up another video. But very slim line. So where I carry this in my duty bag. Okay. And in my duty bag I also carry a Anchor wall outlet with the IQ, and then the 3 amp for your higher output smartphones. I have a stupid long cable from Anchor because if I need to charge in a distance, and it also works too for when I have my solar panel out charging something, I can lead it out somewhere and I don't have to have the battery sitting with it, because I try and keep the batteries as cool as possible when they're charging, because heat is your enemy with batteries. Also, I carry, this is, I believe, the 26800 Anchor. It's one of the newer ones. Got 3 ports. It's got 2 micro USB. So basically, when you're charging this thing, you can plug in 2 cables into the source and charge this thing stupid fast. So great item there, but we're not here to talk about that. So why I keep this in my duty bag. Okay, most of my flashlights and stuff that I use on duty either use 18650 or CR123s. So as I going through the day and the battery goes out, or if I'm sitting there bored trying to figure out something to do, I'll go through my batteries, make sure everything's topped off. So I think these are all topped off, so I may have to go in and get you a battery that is somewhat dead, to see if I can show you. Okay, well, here's the red light if these things are all charged. This basically just indicating it's plugged in, it's receiving power from the, and you can't see those lights for shit, can you? No, you can't. It's too bright out here, but hey, they're on. So, and even, I was kind of worried about this too because they're magnetic and they kind of do attach to things. But even if these are together, it's got like a smart function in the in that USB port to basically say, okay, charge or don't charge. So it kind of runs a self-test. So basically you put your battery in one end, the other end, and just from sitting in the package, they have their, got a little bit of leakage, so it is solid red. I don't know if you can tell that. Yeah, you can tell a little bit there. Okay, so pretty good stability with the magnets in there. So basically you leave it in there. It doesn't matter which side. You don't have to have positive, negative, because it's, like I said, that spark module in there is going to indicate, what side, which polarity, what the input to place in it. And then you just wait until this end goes green, which, while we're talking here, I'll see if it does, because I did top these off not too long ago, but there's always going to be a little leakage in them. So the cool thing about this is it goes pretty much any battery you're going to be able to charge. If it's nickel metal hydrate or a lithium ion, just because of being able to remove this, and you can place, like I said, on the bigger 18650s. These are the biggest rechargeable batteries I have. So I don't know, I guess there are products out there that are bigger, like bigger batteries than that. I don't know. I have not seen them. I try and stick with just CR123s and 18650s with all my items. So when I buy surplus of batteries for my kits, storage, prepping and stuff like that, I know which batteries that I'm purchasing and what I can use them in. But now it's topped off. You got that green light. Okay. Okay, for this next section, I don't have to have it plugged in, so why waste the battery life? Now, just for example, and this is not, I don't know where my rechargeable AA's and AAA's are, but just show you, it'll fit AA's. Your 18650s, here's, I'll go right into the trouble side that I'm worried about with this. Now, this is about $9.99. Now I got, like I said, I got mine a little bit cheaper because I kind of been watching it as it was in production. So when I did see it come up, they sent me a promotion thing, and I jumped on the opportunity, which I'm still happy I did. The one issue I do have with it, when you're charging certain batteries, like these are from Olight, and I don't know if they meant it to be that way, but basically the male end, the nipple, it attaches on there a lot better. Okay, when you're charging it. Now, like I said, I don't know if this is if this was a reason why they're trying to stick with Olight products, but when you're doing certain batteries, like this one's a through-night, it kind of wants to slip to the side. Okay, so in these cases, sometimes you have to place it down on a desk or table or something and get that to match up just right, make sure that light's on, make sure it's charging. Which, in at least in my my predicament, the way I use my kit, like I said, out of my duty bag, I don't have an issue with that. Most of the time I can set it somewhere that's going to be stable enough. In last resort, I can always, put a little piece of tape on there or whatnot. A little bit annoying, but that's probably kind of Olight's way of saying, like, hey, buy Olight batteries because they stick to your charger better. Because now they are, see the night core is actually not too bad. That one sticks on pretty good. So it's probably all depending on the batteries. Batteries that you use. Actually, this one, like I said, this is an alkaline battery, but that holds on there pretty well. So it may just be that style battery, but I still will utilize it as a flaw, because that is one issue I found, that you kind of have to be, and it still works. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still will hold, but you can't really jaunt it around too much. You can't just throw it on the table, because it's not going to charge for shit. So you kind of have to be more aware of it. So, second issue I have with this, I'm sure if anyone's out there that has earbuds, that has, goes to the gym, works out with them, goes out and works outside, whatever, earbuds get destroyed. You pop them in and out, these ends fray. From this point, from the USB all the way up to this divider, This seems like pretty good construction. Heavy duty, but from here out, this is pretty much a set of earbuds. And like I said, with earbuds, that's my biggest worry about this, is the durability of it. Now, it's 10 bucks. If I spent, you know, $20, $30 on this thing, and, you know, 6 months down the road, one of these ends pops, and, you know, you're kind of screwed. 10 bucks, man, if you get 6 months out of it, that's fantastic. If it's something that you utilize all the time, you know, maybe that's not a big expense to you. That's my only worry. I have not had any issues with it, but I've only had this about, well, maybe, shit, I can't remember how long ago that was. Probably, maybe coming into the 6 month mark, but I pretty much use it once a week. Like I said, topping off my batteries for my flashlights and stuff. Anything I need. Like I said, sometimes I'm just bored and I'll go over and make sure all my batteries are topped off just for emergency purposes and stuff like that. If I'm at home even, and you know, I've got the stuff I use inside my flashlights and stuff, you know, I'll take this out of my duty bag instead of going out and grabbing my bug out bag and grabbing this charger, getting my big sun jack charger or something like that. Just use that and go from there. So end notes on this thing, I think it's really cool. I think it's compact. I think for the purpose, like I said, my other chargers I've reviewed, I do like the fact that you can put a battery in it and use it as a battery bank if you've got an access like me of extra batteries that you can use to get a signal on your phone to get rescue or something like that. But for the purpose, like I said, for I use it for, especially already having a battery bank with me in my duty bag, I really don't have to worry about that. So having this option is just so compact. I mean, I think the one problem is you could probably lose this in your bag pretty easy, how you know, compact it goes down to. But other than that, just a great all-around charger. Of course, if I ever have any flaws or anything like that, I'll post it up here. So if you want to check these out, I bought mine. I think it was Longhorn Tactical where I got mine from. But it's got a couple other distributors. If you check up the name, you'll be able to find it pretty easy. Like I said, I think it's $9.99 now, probably plus shipping. So either way, I still think it's a good deal. So I thank you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.